Ladies and gentlemen, the day has finally come. A new DLC for GTA Online has released as expected and rumored by Jan last night, and also a bunch of other people were spreading it around as well. Today we have seen a brand new update which is called Southern San Andreas Super Sports Series. As of now, in this DLC you're going to find a few things. One of those things is a nod to the Hot Ring Racing from GTA Vice City. There's a new race variant which is called Hot Ring Circuit. You're seeing some gameplay of it on screen right now. I've went through all of them so far. My overall impression is pretty good. I want to play them a bit more until I actually give a good opinion. I'm going to play around with the DLC some more and have like a full-fledged first impressions and or opinions and thoughts on the DLC tomorrow night, so definitely look out for that if you're interested in that. One thing that I do have to tell you is that if you want to be competitive within these Hot Ring Circuit races, you want to buy the Hot Ring Sabre, because it's the only vehicle you're able to use, so either you have a custom version or you don't. So do keep that in mind when going into this thing. I believe it's $830,000, which isn't too bad, but if you have a custom version, obviously you're going to have a much bigger advantage. And a side note, there is double cash in RP in there, and they pay out the exact same as all the other races, like with every other racing variant. The 5 vehicles that were released today are the Gtamen, the Hot Ring Sabre, the Entity XXF, the GB200 and the Fagola. Now alongside of these 5 vehicles, there's also going to be 11 vehicles that are still hidden behind bars. They're going to be drip fed as the weeks to come, and also a brand new mode coming on April 3rd called Target Assault. Now it doesn't look like this is going to be an adversary mode, but a brand new mode in general. The way to describe it is the ultimate playground for wheelmen and sharpshooters alike. Target Assault demands a mastery of both a frantic race up to 8 teams of 2 players each, where gunners are tasked with destroying targets to score points from a mounted gun, while the drivers outmaneuver the opposition for further points each lap. Now this to me looks like a GTA race on steroids and looks quite interesting, especially if it's not counted as an adversary mode but more an actual fleshed out race or a fleshed out mode. Hopefully, payouts wise, it's going to be seen as a race rather than an adversary mode, because that's going to be much more profitable for us fine players out there. But it looks interesting. However, I really want to see how it's going to be as the time goes on, because obviously this could still potentially be great, but it also could be one of the worst things of all time. However, it's a new mode and I'm interested to see what it's going to be. Alongside of that, there is also going to be new special vehicle races featuring the Deluxo, the Stromberg and the Thruster from the Doomsday Haast coming on May 1st. And on the May 29th, we're going to get 7 new transform races featuring new and classic race vehicles. Also, alongside that, we're also going to get 2 new adversary modes and the usual rotating of double cash in RP bonuses, discounts, you know, the event week, the usual stuff. One thing that I found interesting in their wording is that they're saying some of our favorite modes, work, vehicles and more. So not necessarily what the community wants, like, hey, we would really like to see some double cash in RP on captures or death matches or any of that stuff that's completely dead and we would like to replay again. No, our favorite things, which is more than likely going to mean that because all this stuff is race themed, we're going to see a lot of double cash in RP in race themed kind of things. Which for someone like me who's trying to reach rank 1000 isn't that bad. Because I'm pretty sure whenever the new special vehicle races are going to come out, we're going to get double cash in RP on that. With the transform races, it's going to be the same story with that too. And one thing that I'm especially very excited about is the creator getting an update as well. New features including more weather options, custom team names and warp checkpoints from transform bases are finally getting in there as well as a number of other highly requested features. It's a huge shame that they never ever implemented those warp checkpoints closer to the release of transform races. I was looking forward to it so much that they would just immediately give it to the community. I've always wondered why they never did that. I really do. It's like the amount of possibilities that the community could have had with those warp checkpoints, not even only in transform races, but the amount of stuff they could have done with it would have been very, very cool indeed. Luckily, it's finally going to come sometime this spring, so a little bit of patience for those creators out there. I'm not too sure if it's going to bring back a lot of the creators. If you are the creator and you're hearing this, you're thinking, wow, that would be fantastic. It's definitely going to bring me back creating. Let me know in the comment section down below. But personally, the more we head into the year that is 2018, the more I see that the submissions to the Custom Job Showcase are getting less and less. They're still out there, which is of course, you know, much appreciated, but it's not as much as it used to. And I think the overall vibe in the creator community is very much, this thing is broken. We're missing a lot of things. I wish we had that. I wish we had that. And I personally wish that Rockstar would have done stuff like this sooner. Like the weather options is something that I know, for example, Bruffy is always going on about, that there's no weather options in stunt races, for example. I'm not a huge guy when it comes to making maps and using the creator. I'm just someone who really likes to play them, and I personally really see the possibilities that we have with these updates to the creator. So I'm hoping that it's going to give those creators out there a new breath of fresh tools that they could use to create some cool stuff again, if they're still interested in that to begin with. Full thoughts and all that stuff about the DLC so far are gonna come out tomorrow. I want to give it a bit more time before I actually do give a full-fledged opinion on it, so look out for that as well. But with all that said and done, thank you so very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts about the DLC in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and I'll see you all later.